الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين رضي الله تعالى عنا وعنكم عن كافة المؤمنين أجمعين. Fiqh and mejelle. This is fiqh. Mejelle is a part of fiqh. So, article, this is a small chapter, but article 237. Article 237, mejelle. Mejelle. Ottoman Code. Really, we are beginning a new kind of chapter. Bab, fasl. This is related with the money, saman. So, just to remind, chapters, bab, which means door. This is bigger chapter, bab, fasl. Fasl. Fasl chapter, detachment, bab. Then kitab, at the top kitab, like bigger chapter or the book. I mean the book, but also in the book, chapters, big chapters could be called kitab too. So kitab, bab, fasl. I mean inside systematics of codifications. What is the systematics of the books? This is for example, one of the ways of the book 1, book 2, book 3, then bab, door, bab means door, then fasl. It is interesting subject. I mean, one master PhD something. In Islamic literature, for example, fiqh, what is the inner structure of fiqh books, how developed from beginning to this day? Were these subjects affected by environment like pre-Islamic laws? For example, I will give an example in fiqh. Always book begins with tahara, then salah. Of course, in details when you go, tahara, categories of water, and everything, then wudu, because they get, then salah, then after finishing salah, imam said the breakers of salah, makruhs, fast, and then it goes to fiqh, like kitab al-salah, does not go to inheritance. So inner structure, arrangement of the subjects, how that developed, is that all common in the early books, second book, third books? Interesting subject. Inner structure, also outer structure, out. What influenced fiqh from outside? Interesting. So this is just, I like to touch other subjects in my class, because this is an opportunity for future generation to grab something. When subject comes, I touch other subjects other than. So this is bab related beginning with this article with this saman, price. This is mentioned in Quran. ثمنا قليلا بآيات ثمنا قليلا. Saman, price, whatever you are paying for the stuff you buy, that thing, money. So now first article 237 حين بيع حين بيع. Just a few words. حين, Arabic word. حين means time. Baya means sell. This is my writing is not that. Baya. Baya time. حين بيع. This is like phrase. Time of selling. بيع. حين بيع. حين time. حين is mentioned in Quran. أحيان حين Arabic word. حين بيع. بيع time. بيع time. تسمية. تسمية. Keywords. بيع time. حين بيع. That تسمية is ثمن لازمdır. This is Turkish. Ottoman Turkish rule. حين بيع ده تسمية is ثمن لازمdır. So I am not burdening, I don't want to burden you into too much details. But keywords, tasmiya, naming, ism, name, ism, Bismillah, tasmiya to name, سمي سمي يسمي يسمي تسمية تسمية تفعيل بعض التفعيل naming ثمن price حين بيع sell time لازم necessary لازم لازمة لزوم is مصدر لازم لام زميم لزوم تسمية حين بيع دا تسمية ثمن لازمدر. If ثمن is not mentioned price, not named, not mentioned, business become what? Fasid. Fasid. Not valid. Fasid. void. Now, this is fasid. Let me, for space purpose, let me erase this. If someone is not named, transaction there is fasid, void. But if not meant at all, not meant at all, price, that becomes batil. Batil. Batil like non-existent. There is a little slight difference between fasid. Fasid is kind of repairable. It is there, but not fully valid. Void. Void, but it is there. But batil is, I think, is not existing type of transaction. These terminologies, batil and fasid, in Hanafi usul al-fiqh is different, in Shafi usul al-fiqh is different, in Hanbali. For mazhabs, they have their own usul al-fiqh. A lot of commonalities, but some differences. For example, the word wajib in Hanafis, not farz, but next to farz. Farz is dalil qat'i, subut qat'i, dalalat qat'i, strong dalil. Farz. But wajib, dalil qat'i, but subut zanni or dalalat zanni. Dalalat zanni, zanni. And I don't want to go into detail now to this. This is in Hanafis. But in Shafi, in Maliki, in Hanbali, wajib means farz, farz means wajib. Yes. This is very important to know these differences. Witr is wajib, namaz, salah, in Hanafis like farz. In Shafis or Hanbalis, they just walk out. Eid namaz is wajib according to Hanafis, strongest view, but according to other three mazhabs, it is sunnah. That is why people stand up, they don't listen to khatib. I want to go home. You sit down, listen, and important to who? To Hanafis. Different. How are you going to change all historic mazhab understanding in one sentence? We cannot do that. So, better to swallow something. So, fasid batil. Okay, this is clear. Why is like that? Why is saman needs to be tasmiyah, needs to be mentioned? Because buying and selling bay' is ibadah, transaction, ibadah. Remember ibadah. Ibadah. be something like this. عوض. 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 Transactions are عوض transaction, non-عوض transaction. عوض means like compensated. Other side also is giving something. In buying and selling, what are you doing? You are giving something, getting equal something from other side. That type of transaction.
Mutual?
Huh?
Mutual?
Yeah, mutual, of course, mutual. But there is another transaction. You just give, don't get nothing. Gift. That is also mutual. Other guy may not accept your. Mutuality is consent issue. We are not discussing consent. Whether there is something material gotten from other side, given from other side. Hiba, donation. Donation is no عوض donation. No عوض, because you donate, it goes, and you don't get nothing. So that is also is a transaction. A child or an elderly person who lost his sense of understanding cannot do no عوض transaction. Like a rich child, 8 years old or 5 years old, something, he inherited from his parents, someone, and he has guardian, somebody appointed by court or something. This child cannot donate millions to somewhere because no compensation, no other side. Other side is not giving, so this is always losing, no earning. But he can do some transaction with عوض. But that transaction will be mawquf, hanging, needs the permission of the wali. But until that time it is valid. Valid, but what? Hanging valid. Transaction. It's hanging.
What's the term for hanging?
Huh?
What's the term?
معلق. علاقة معلق. معلق. Interesting, yes. So, now, this buying and selling, why naming of the price is necessary? Because buying and selling is عوض transaction. معاوضة transaction. معاوضة. Two sides. معاوضة. عوض. عاوض. عوض. يعاوض. يعاوض. معاوض. معاوض. عاوض. معاوضة. عوض. عوض. باب المفاعلة عربي. معاوضة. معاوضة. Two sides. Okay. What is the book is saying? Translation. It is necessary that the price should be named at the time of the sale. Mejelle, translation. Okay. Okay. Bismillah. (238) Article 238. Semen ma'lum olması lazımdır. Semenin ma'lum olması lazımdır. Semen price معلوم known علم knowledge علم يعلم عالم معلوم known semenin معلوم olması lazımdır. Yes, it is necessary. Semen be known, lazım necessary. So it needs to be mentioned, and it is necessary to be known. What is the amount, what kind, dollar, Canadian dollar, US dollar, or Turkish dollar, or Guinea, or Lira, or whatever, Real, it must be mentioned. It must be known. If not known, that is vagueness, still niza', there is a conflict, it will create problem, no clarity, but business, transaction, in clarity. Transaction must be taradin. This is mentioned in Quran. تراضٍ تجارة عن تراضٍ منكم. تراضٍ comes from رضا. رضية. Be pleased, consented. Don't eat the wealth of each other إلا أن تكون, other than it must be تجارة, business, عن تراض, from تراضي. تراضي راضية, روضية يراضي, تفاعل باب, that is مشاركة, mutual consent, mutual رضا. That means it must be mutually known, understandable. So it is included in that word, necessity of the price being known. How interference, how drawing the meaning of the words of Quran, same word. So this is what it is. Now, what is the English translation says? It is necessary that the price should be known. 239. So we said ثمن معلوم known. Now this 239 article, just to read once. ثمن المعلومية meydanda ise müşahede ile, değil ise miktar ve vasfını beyan ile hasıl olur. I will write keywords. Semenin malumiyeti meydanda ise müşahede ile, değil ise miktar ve vasfını beyan ile hasıl olur. So these how to explaining the knowability, known, being known of Semen. How? This article is touching to that. If it is there, by seeing, مشاهدة. مشاهدة. شهد. شهادة. شهد. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. شهادة. Seeing, مشاهدة. Seeing, observing. If it is saman, is over there, price, like money is there, or sometimes this price is like other material, like trading, exchanging. Okay, that is also saman. So saman doesn't need only to be cash, because cash money was not there during the time of Prophet, as usual. Not paper money. To this money thing, adapting today's understanding, capitalistic money thing, to Islamic system going back to 14th century, 13th century to 5th is a challenge. How to those 5th sentences applicable today, how to understand them in their proper context, because today is money is very different, and there are different type of economic money price values. Credit, it is not there, just a promise. Future, where is the price here? Where is the money? There is no money in credit. When you buy with credit, you are promising something for future. You don't know. You are expecting. You are selling your expectation, buying something, and the other guy is buying your future thing, future effort. I mean, interesting. This economic crisis, of course, interest and other things, capitalistic system, this credit, paper, plastic also is causing. People are not buying with real money, with like stretching their feet according to their comfort. They are buying more. This inflation, too much inflated. And now they are unable to pay, and these banks who were giving credit unable to get back, cannot give more credit, so it is mess. But why is it like that? Because if everybody had bought cash, I mean, whatever they had, conservative, perhaps this would not have been happened. This inflated economic crisis, inflated. So, Saman, either you know Saman by mushahada, by seeing money is there, or by مقدار وصف مقدار amount, how much, how many, وصف description, bayan, expressing. Either it is there, this is the price I am giving you, this is the thing I am giving you, buying this thing, or there must be bayan, expressing miqdar, quantity, amount, and description. $5. Dollar is description, describing, explaining. So either by seeing, or if they are not able to see, it is not there. This, that, if there is like pointing, this or that, then it is like mushahada, like seeing, it is there. But if it is it, that, somewhere, then you need to describe the amount, the words. So once more, 239, ثمن معلومیت meydanda ise müşahede ile, delil ise miktar ve vasfını beyan ile hasıl olur. I am like Ottoman way of reading, observing the pronunciation of that time, not modern Turkish, just to show the real textual. Now, this is English. The knowledge of the price comes by a statement of its description and amount, if does not come by seeing it when it is shown. Acceptable, not real translation of this sentence, but reflecting same meaning, but not good translation of it, I believe. The knowledge of the price comes by a statement of its description and the amount must be mentioned first, description second, because in Ottoman Turkish, miqdar is amount first, amount quantity. But in translation, he changed. That is not acceptable. In English, it is okay to say amount before description, after. It does not make understanding difficult. So there's no need of changing like that. Also, if it does not come by seeing it when it is shown. Okay. I think I will conclude at this point.
What is the Meydan Desa in the Turkish?
Meydan means open.
Desa is the place where...
Meydanda, in the place. If it is not in the square, in that Meydan Desa, in the open Meydan, da means in. If it is not on the or in the arena, open, meydanda, yeah, meydan, the word meydan is like that, okay?